Thank you for turning to page 121. Today we're going to take a look at some fine buildings. These are for a game called Drop Zone Commander from TTCombat is the name of the company. We're going to take a look at these fine cardboard buildings and how they will work for your game, be it Battletech, Champions, Marvel Superheroes, whatever it is you're playing. These are pretty nice scale. The scale is 10 millimeter. Battletech is closer to 6 millimeter, but they work pretty well. So I'm going to show you what you get in this fine box. Notice it's just a sleeve. I'll explain that when I go into the video. What you get in the fine box, how many of these buildings you get, what kind of playmat, that kind of thing, as I go into the video. So today we're going to take a look at some Cityscape from Drop Zone Commander on page 121. Also, quick reminder, please subscribe, like the video if you can, and also if you can help out on the Patreon, that would be fantastic. But back to the important stuff. Today from TTCombat for Drop Zone Commander, buildings. Okay, this is the Cityscape for Drop Zone Commander. If you saw at one of my old videos where I did a Champions actual play, that was out about a year and a half ago. That was my RuneScape set. This is a Cityscape. The RuneScape comes and it's already got holes and it's been damaged. The Cityscape is just supposed to be a normal Cityscape. Now, I said at the top I couldn't get this little sleeve back on, but I was wrong. I tried it one more time and I got it on. So this is how you get the package. And this shows what's inside. You get 20 randomly assorted buildings and 4 2-foot by 3-foot gaming posters, as they call them. They're your playmats. And it shows here how the buildings assemble. Pretty straightforward. I've had these sets for years. At least a decade since I got my original set, but they were out of print for a long, long time. Now they're back. So now we're going to open up and see how the buildings arrive. And I push the sleeve off easily. The sleeve is really snug. I was surprised I was able to get it back on. There we go. The sleeve will probably end up getting stored somewhere or even pitched. I haven't decided yet. This is the inside box that you get. Got the little depictions. Drop Zone Commander is its own game. I've never played it. I've seen it at Adepticon a couple of times. It looks pretty interesting, but I'm not looking for a new game at this moment, especially not one with a significant buy-in. Not knocking the game, it's just not, I don't want to start it right now. So TTCombat is the company that makes these. And you open up the fine box, and inside you get all your buildings laid nice and flat. 20 of them. And they are random assortments. I've already shown a few of the assembled ones. I'm going to put those back up in a moment. And then the other thing you get in here is 4 what they call poster maps, or poster sets. And basically they're your terrain map. I'm going to unfold one of these and show you what they look like. The old ones came with 1-foot by 1-foot cardstock mats, which were nice because they laid flat and you could reconfigure them however you wanted. This guy, as a poster, has creases and tends to make the buildings kind of not set real well. But I'm going to show that when I set the whole thing up. But the set runs for around, I paid $41 for it at Adepticon. I'm on the website. It runs for roughly $40, and then shipping from Great Britain, it looks like. So that's additional $8 or $9. So your total buy-in for this particular set from the website would be about $49. I found some on secondary markets like eBay, which were cheaper, and the shipping was a little cheaper. But it's a densely packed box. You get the 1 mat that I just showed. You get 2, 3, and 4. And as you can see, they show cityscapes, which is the whole point. And a little park area. They did the same thing in the older sets that I have. And I really like these sets. I think they are beautiful. This is going to be the one I set up, because I haven't looked at that one yet. So that'll be the one I'll set up my little cityscape on. So that's what you get in the box. And now I'm going to go ahead and set up some of it and put some various figures in there for a couple of different games and let you know what it looks like. Okay, here's the mat laid out completely. Don't like the bumps. If I was going to use this for a game, because of how the buildings are going to set, I would probably put this under something heavy for an hour or two before the game starts. I'm just not crazy about how the playmat just sits. But I guess it's not that horrible. And These are the 4 buildings I've assembled so far. I'll put this one over here. So 4 of 20. So this is a pretty good sized little set we've got going here. I'm going to tilt it back so you can see it from my perspective. So not too bad. I like the look of these. The cardboard is nice and solid. The way it folds in, it creates a little lip around the edge of the building and makes it a little more dynamic when you put your figures out there. These are HeroClix. We use them for Champions, the superhero role-playing game. I have played HeroClix. Didn't get into HeroClix much. I bought some, but I had a buddy who got into it huge, and he gave me literally hundreds of figures that he didn't want. When he got doubles or anything, he would ship them over my way, hoping he would talk me into playing. And I did play it, but it wasn't for me. But there you have it. So that's the scale for HeroClix. Again, I'm gonna drop down a little bit and let you see an angle view. There's Dr. Doom lurking on the side of a building. Move Doom out into the street. There you go. So the scale on these is not bad at all if you're playing Champions or anything like that. I have Marvel Crisis Protocol. This might be a cheaper alternative to the very expensive buildings that game has. Just a thought. But there you have the HeroClix. And now I'm going to show you with Battletech. All right, introducing some battle mechs onto the table. We see the scale is not too bad. A battle mech should be more like 3 stories tall on buildings like this. But if you're looking for canyons in an urban setting, deep buildings that create deep canyons for your battle mechs to fight in, this will actually work pretty well. At our table, if a mech has jump, it can jump as high as it has inches of jump. So if it can jump 4 inches out, it can jump 4 inches up, which would be too high for this. So as a proper urban setting, a mech's not really going to be able to jump in this environment. So I kind of like it. And I'm showing a variety of scale of mechs here. These are this one is from the 92 box set. These are some of my old metal ones. My Rifleman, my Jenner, and my Centurion. And then this is a newer one. It's not a Marauder. I forget what it is off the top of my head. I haven't played Battletech in a little while. But I just want to show it for the scale, which I think is pretty good. And I've played Battletech with this scale of building before, and it works just fine. Now I've got one other little snippet to show you. So this gives us Godzilla Scale. If you're really interested in doing something along those lines, which my son Patrick is interested in doing, it's why he was happy we got these buildings, because you'll have the opportunity to have them stand up with Godzilla. I'm going to move this building out of the way and show the tallest building. These are, I believe, 6-inch scale Godzilla figures. These are my son Patrick's. But as you can see, the scale's pretty good. And then, if you want to add in some fire effects, like Godzilla's been rampaging or fighting an evil clone of himself or whatever you're going to do, there you have it. So you can have the flame effects going around the building and Godzilla walking and going to challenge his opponent and then knocking all the flame effects down. Again, kind of my complaint with the poster map is the ridges and bumps. It does tend to knock this stuff over. But to put the Godzillas in scale, I will take a HeroClix and put poor Lightning Lad in there. Poor Lightning Lad alone against 2 Godzillas. But I just want to give you an idea of what the scale was and how they would work. These buildings will work with Champions, Gamma World, Battletech, Traveler, Twilight 2000, Star Frontiers, Marvel Superheroes, Marvel Crisis Protocol. Any game of that kind of scale, these will work pretty well. Again, there is a little bit of scaling difference, but for my money, representative on the tabletop, not enough to stop me from using them. I really like these, and I'm very, very happy I got them. I'll put a link to where you can get these from the website. I'll put that below, and then, of course, if you just want to look around online, you can probably find these from a third-party carrier, too. So there you have it. That's it for today on page 121. Just some buildings I picked up recently I'm very happy with, and that's all I've got to say on page 121. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.